Have you ever wanted to start an art journal, but you just don't know where to even begin and you feel really intimidated by the process? Well, today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to start that has no pressure, you can't screw this up, and you probably have everything you need sitting around the house. Maybe you're like me, and every time it's back to school time, you run to Target and buy 400 notebooks just because they're cute. Llamas. I was very hesitant about this at first because I thought the paper's too thin, the paper has lines on it, how can that be an art journal? But it's super simple and this technique is great for a lot of reasons. The first reason that I love using composition notebooks is because you completely eliminate that feeling that you're going to destroy something beautiful. If you got gifted a really fancy journal or you went and bought a $30 notebook that has like really nice paper, you're gonna be stressed out about even putting your brush on it. And this completely alleviates that because the notebook probably costs like 89 cents to about $2.50, right? So you're not gonna be damaging anything precious. The next thing it does is it incorporates memories that we have of being in school and childhood and when we were just playing. So it brings up all these kind of like playful vibes for me. I'm just like, it's just a notebook. The other thing I love is that it incorporates two things that I love, which is journaling and art. It combines them together in a way that feels really safe. This is another great thing. If you don't feel like you're an artist yet, or you just kind of like want to play around with art, but you're not sure of your abilities, this is a great way to get your body used to painting. Get your body used to moving a brush, holding a brush in your hand, putting paint down on paper. Once you're doing something in your body, you're out of your head and you can relax. If you're in your head thinking about, what should I draw? What should I paint? What should I make? Should it be a seascape, a landscape? Should I try and draw something? Ugh, I'm so bad at drawing things. I'm so bad at figurative work. You're spiraling in your mind and you're not actually creating anything. So this is a great way to start making art right away. We're just gonna be putting colors down and it's really therapeutic. It's like really relaxing and fun. It's really great. So let's go. So today I'm just gonna show you a notebook that I have begun preparing. This is white acrylic paint. And I like it because the coverage is amazing. This is I just used really cheap apple barrel craft paint that I got from Walmart. I think this is like $2.50 for 8 ounces. It makes a great preparation base for your journaling. And then you can do different dark colors. Like I did a green page. I just love it because with these darker pages, it's really fun to lay things on top of it. And you're getting this relaxing painting time in, and it's very low pressure. Like you can't mess that up. You're just putting down paint. Now you want to really allow these pages to dry. This one, okay, this is dry, before you begin the next page. So I think we're gonna do, I feel like for the next video that I want to do, I think I want to do kind of like turquoisey colors. So I did Laguna for the last video. Let's try this Caribbean. This is really fun. So I'm going to do this Caribbean color. And let me talk a little bit about my surface as well. I'm just on a folding table and I have painter's plastic laid down on the folding table. And then I'm just using an old cookie sheet that I got at the dollar store with those blue shop towels underneath, and then wax paper. Wax paper is really great as palette paper. So all of this can be done on the cheap. No fancy art supplies needed. I'm using an old yogurt tin for my water cup. You want to use water with acrylic paint. This is something that I didn't know when I was first learning about acrylic paint. Now there's already a little bit of blue on my brush from the last page that I prepared. So this is going to be really fun because we're going to have a little bit of dark blue with some of our light blue. So let's get some turquoise down. You can see how complicated that was to put on the page. And now I'm just going to go across and begin to work it in. Now this is darker than I wanted, but no problem, because I have this cool color here called white. If it will squirt out, it doesn't want to squirt out. Let's see if I can get, oh, there we go, get some to come out. Now, let's lighten it up a little bit. So as you can see, I'm not complicating this. I do want to move it over though, because I'm running into my papers here. This is just fun, easygoing. And you can leave some of the lines to show, or you can leave them, or you can cover them up completely. Either way works great. Now this final edge is always a little tricky. You're gonna get a little dirty. So please wear your paint safe clothes, and which I'm not today, so I'm really tempting fate here. And now you can look at your page that you've created this background on and think, does it want something else? Does something else want to be here? And you're beginning to use your artistic mind a little bit. You're beginning to use your intuition just a smidge. And you're like, well, I think like one dark spot. I think I want to build a dark section here. And that's just what came up for me. It doesn't have to mean anything heavy, but it's just, I'm listening to the little voice inside me that said do something there. And I followed it. So now we're going to let this dry. Always put your brush back in some water. You want to be soaking your brush, and oops, close your paints. And then we'll come back to this and we will make a painting on it. And if you're in a hurry to paint the next page for whatever reason, like I am right now, you can lay down a sheet of paper towels so that it won't impact it. Let's do a black page. I feel like sometimes simple black is so effective at picking up all these different colors. Come in later with some Posca pens. And there's a little bit of blue still on my brush, but it doesn't matter because this can be a blue black. And what you'll find as you do this is that your mind really gets quiet because you're doing something with your body, and your body just switches into high gear here and it's doing its thing. And I feel like this is one of the parts of art that we never really talk about. Is why it's so therapeutic. As you have these repetitive motions, these repetitive movements that don't take a lot of mental energy, and it's soothing, especially like in a goth kind of way. My inner goth is really loving this so far. Now, this is really starting to dry out, which is good for what I want, because this is just a little cheapy I'm going to try and do this right-handed. We'll see. This is just a cheapy composition book. It's not watercolor paper. So you want to avoid a really wet brush when you're preparing these pages. And I'm taking a lot more time than I normally would because it's really fun. This is really relaxing. So now I have this great blank canvas to paint on.